Buddy Lammas there in that occasion, 2-100 today. Shelley Houston in the high weight event. $6 for Charles Atlas. AWOL at $9 and $3.60, dropping back. Jamie Gillies for Graham Rogers and Stephen Ortridge on the Royal Academy gelding. Had a couple of wins in New South Wales. Last effort was back in the early part of this month at Tauranga in a very small field. Was beaten a decent margin by From Heaven on a soft track. The indoor, 32s and $6.20. They've taken the blinkers off today, the indoor, with Albie McGregor at OTAK, and Melissa Lammas has the ride. So there's the 5 going Ford Islands Call. Classy Affair out behind, awaiting Charles Atlas. Looking to go into the gates here, drawn out a little bit. Charles, by Starway from the St Hilarion mare Hilarity. And a big second to Star of the Ball, just beaten by 3/4 of a littles with Bogeyman. So opportunity for the Sharrock stable to produce a winner and Kenny Watson to get a double for the day. Let's leave it now with race caller Tony Lee.
Gilux New Zealand colour map. Intermediate high weight, all in, ready to go. New favourite Icon in 2. One Warrior moving around. Attendance up now. Brute wants to get on the jig as well. I think right now. Gary Phillips just looking across the line, holding them there. He's happy now, releases them, while very slow from the barriers. King's Courier went back as well when they've jumped away from the stalls out wide. Brute has shown some speed. Quest for Honour. Jonathan Riddell sooling it forward on the outside and goes up towards the leaders. Just behind them, Casino King and Ellie Girl, and One Warrior's a little deeper out. Back on the inside, Theodore, and then Icon covered up over on the outside of it by Ireland's Call as they come down to us and they run a bit here. Then we have Charles Atlas outside of St Rivet and Classy Affair 3 out around Stitched and King's Courier. Monza Queen second from last, and AWOL is the last one. 1600 metres to go and Brute has taken the front. Quest for Honour is second and Casino King drops straight into the box seat third on the inside. Then Ellie Girl is fourth on the outside of that runner. There's a length and a half further away Theodore. The outside of it is One Warrior. Icon travels well, 1400 metres to go. The outside of it is Ireland's Call. And then St Riverton and Charles Atlas. Classy Affair on the move around Stitched and King's Courier. Second to last is Monza Queen, and AWOL is last of all. They gallop towards past the 1200 metres, and there is no change in the order. Brute from Quest for Honour and Casino King and Ellie Girl. Here's Classy Affair pressing on forward a little wider out. Then Theodore and One Warrior. They're followed by Icon at the 1000 metres. The outside Island's called a King's Courier. Stitched in amongst those horses. Charles Atlas off and around them, and then we've got St Riverton on the inside. Monza Queen and AWOL can see them all, and 12 off them down the side they come. It is Classy Affair going to the lead now from Brute and Quest for Honour. Then Casino King, Theodore, Icon presses forward, as too does One Warrior, and then Ellie Girl, and on the outside Island's Call. Charles Atlas takes off now to Stitched, then King's Courier. AWOL behind these. Monza Queen as they come towards the home corner, and St Riverton has gone back to be the last one. Classy Affair coming to the home corner, but has worked very hard. It'll turn in front now. On the outside, Icon and Casino King's out a little bit wider, trying to charge as Island's Caller, and Charles Atlas right down the outside. Icon went through and claimed the front now. Classy Affairs trying to battle back on the inside, and now One Warrior, 3 kilo penalty and all, but is still coming, and here comes Charles Atlas. Look at him run. Charles Atlas ranged up, and I think he did it. Charles Atlas from the second, I think, is Icon. It's a little close. Then One Warrior and Monza Queen, and Ice Run stitched behind those AWOL, followed by King's Courier, Classy Affair, Theodore, Island's Call, and then Casino King, St Riverton, Quest for Honour, Brute, and Ellie Girl has been the last of them in. Shoji Sakai and Charles Atlas, I think, has done enough. Right on the line, has grabbed it from Icon, who fought hard. Charles Atlas at the wire, yep, pops the snout down and does get the win from Icon. One Warrior, a very good effort with that 3 kilo penalty, has been the third of them in after the fourth of the day. Well, when you spoke to Sarah Howarth earlier on in the day, had no problems with the connections. The horse wasn't the most favoured thing on the place though, Mike, was it? But may have just gone up a point or two now.
Exactly, yes. Husband David would be very pleased to hear that. And well done to John O'Brien as well. Livestock agent extraordinaire, puts a lot into racing too, so good on you, JFG O'Brien. And a nice ride here from Shoji Sakai, who's attached to Raymond Connor's stable or team at Wangaihu. Timely run, he has got up Icon on the inside, fought very resolutely for Jason Laking, looked the winner until Charles Atlas down the outside, and looks like it's got the bob. And Sarah Howarth on the way down to greet the son of Starway and Hilarity, part owned by her husband David. They share the training role in Foxton, and Shoji Sakai successful here this afternoon, have confirmed the winner, and looked like it ended up joint favourite too with Icon. So 1 and 2 favourites, a home 1 and 2, third placing One Warrior Patrick Holmes. Catch ride for him, for John Wheeler. Here's the finish. Shoji Sakai, the outside, 63.5, and Icon over on the inside with 62 kilograms, and there's the nose. And Charles Atlas takes out the Dulux New Zealand colour map intermediate highweights. Has had 15 starts now for the second win and 6 placings as well, and got the bob in right on the line at the expense of Icon. As we look at the market coming up here for the next from OTAK today, the Wellington meeting at OTAK, Omaha Bay 421.25, and Essa Johnston has the right. This is apprentice only event. The gap there for number 5, Canny Fly. Have a look shortly, we'll update that. Who rides Canny Fly? They're looking for an apprentice rider. Apparently not enough apprentices with us today. We'll give you the latest on that as soon as we can. Carly's at 6:22.25 and Jurassic Jaws at 5 and 2:20. Someone just said to me, get Jonesy on board. No, don't think so. No, wouldn't be happy with the weight. Istavana 7:62.20. Chris Carmody down the order there's got support as well. Sarah Howarth there alongside Charles. Returning 5.75 and $2.20. 14 Icon 2.10 and 3 One Warrior $3.10. The 2.14 Quinella is $17.05. He's a very personable young man, is Shoji Sakai. 2.14.3, 2.32.60. There's the photo for you. Icon nearer the camera, and yes, Charles Atlas on the outside there. The world at his feet.